all Taoist practices are done standing, sitting, lying down, moving, and with partners. Partners may just be ways that you talk and communicate with each other. Interpersonal communication are partner exercises. Sexual activities, those are partner exercises. Even just the way that two people have their minds somehow contact each other and gain some sort of something from just being with someone and invisible flows going between you. All these things are partners. Partner simply means that two people or more than two people are involved in the interaction. Now, also as part of this is that all of Taoist thought and all of the 5 element practices are directly linked to what are called the 8 energy bodies. And these are the 8 bodies through which the human being has the capacity to link to what is inside of them, outside of them, on this earth and beyond this earth, in the time period they're in and beyond the time period they're in. So these 8 energy bodies, the physical, your flesh, the energy that runs your body, the energy that causes emotions to happen, not the emotions necessarily, but what is behind it. Like you have a computer. Well, the electricity causes your computer to run, but no one would say the inert box is the same thing as the electricity. And then mental, but not just thoughts, but what is the actual energy that creates mentation? And as you go farther, you start talking about the energy that powers the psychic sphere, karma, the essence of what somebody is that transcends time, space, and circumstances, as well as what in Taoism is called the Tao, or the entirety of the matrix of the universe. Now, we're not going to be working with all 8 energy bodies, but we are going to work with the 5 elements as they relate to the first 4 energy bodies, the physical, the energetic, the emotional, and the mental, as these are ones that anyone can relate to and which do not require that you have any level of psychic sensitivity. What's going to happen is that you're going to have to feel the energy of each of the 5 elements individually. You're going to have to feel how the energy of each of the 5 elements is within yourself. You're going to have to feel how this energy is in the external environment and how you get the energies of the 5 elements in the external environment to bring them to catalyze these elements inside yourself. You need to feel the relationship of the 5 elements within yourself and those outside yourself, regardless if you're talking about if it's a person, an animal, or an object in the environment. You want to use the energy of the 5 elements to negotiate and better navigate what is inside yourself and in others. Understanding what is coming up in terms of elemental energies and how you have relationships with people, animals, the environment, plans, thoughts, as well as all these external elements, how they're affecting what's going on inside you. And you can then use these, and we'll give you ways and describe what are some problems people have and how they can be remedied, to enhance or overcome weakness within yourself or in relationship to others, between others. Also, how to look at these elements, how to catalyze and benefit from having an awareness of the element of these energies to solve problems within yourself or in external relations. Now, the 5 elements link to the main Qigong practices of energy art. So, for example, opening the energy gates of your body Qigong is directly linked to the water element. Heaven and earth Qigong is directly linked to the wood element. Bend the bow and shoot the arrow Qigong is directly linked to the metal element. The spiraling energy body Qigong is directly linked to the fire element. And God's playing in the clouds Qigong is directly linked to the earth element. Likewise, the 5 elements are also linked to the internal martial arts. So in Xingyi, the first 5 fists of Xingyi are also directly linked to the 5 elements, with each fist having an elemental quality if you know how to bring it out. Also within Tai Chi, the elements are affected the way Tai Chi is done, likewise in Bagua. Now, the 5 elements are also used in healing, in that various problems people have, both physically and psychologically, can either be dominated by an element, where something is lacking in the element, and if you bring it on, it can help it, or you need to decrease that element, overbalancing the rest of the system. The 5 elements in meditation is a major subject, something which I've only taught a little bit about, which lies right at the core of all advanced Taoist meditation practices. Likewise, the 5 elements are critical because change always involves the energies of the 5 elements shifting to which of them is dominant or recessive, or how they're catalyzing or how they're sublimating each other. So this is critical to the issue of change. The 5 elements also have ways in which they manifest in your 3 dandians of your body. But the 5 elements are also used, and the practices which activate them are different, and the fire-water practices of all fire and water practices within either the fire or the water schools of Taoism, either Laozi school or what is called Neo-Taoism in their fire practices. So I hope this has given you at least an overview of what the 5 elements are in their entirety. So just in case you didn't quite know what they were, at least now you have some idea of what's going on here. Now we're going to talk about each of the individual elements.